Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Wilson, and today I will be presenting my district community and agency strategic plan focused on improving academic achievement for English language learners at Exalt Academy. Um, the overall goal of this plan is to strengthen support systems for multilingual learners and ensure every student has equitable access to high quality instruction and opportunities for success. The purpose of this plan is to create a clear pathway for improving student achievement rather than simply identifying challenges. Through this process, I analyzed Exalts Academy's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, identified English language learners' achievement as our greatest area of need, and developed strategies supported by educational research. This plan recognizes that student success requires more than strong classroom instruction. It requires effective leadership, teacher development, family engagement, and community collaboration working together towards a shared goal. Now, about Exalt Academy. Exalt Academy is a kindergarten through 8th grade public charter school committed to preparing students for competitive colleges, advanced careers, and lifelong leadership. Our school has established strong instructional systems, including personalized learning through homogeneous grouping, explicit instruction, professional learning communities, and technology integration. As the vice principal, I have the opportunity to observe these systems through classroom walkthroughs, instructional coaching, PLC meetings, and data conversations. These experiences provided valuable insight into both our strengths and the areas where we must continue growing to better serve our students. Strategic planning is an ongoing cycle of improvement. Effective leaders continuously analyze data, identify needs, implement solutions, and evaluate outcomes. This plan followed a structured process that included conducting a SWOT analysis, reviewing student achievement data, researching best practices, developing measurable goals, establishing partnerships, and creating systems for continuous evaluation. The purpose was to ensure every decision remained focused on improving student achievement and creating sustainable school improvement. The SWOT analysis provided a comprehensive view of the factors influencing student achievement at Exalt Academy. Our strengths include personalized instruction, explicit instruction, PLC collaboration, and technology integration. Our weaknesses include students entering below grade level, limited ESL certified staffing, language barriers, and challenges with family engagement. Our opportunities were university partnerships, bilingual family support, and expanded community resources. And last, the threats were teacher shortages, assessment barriers, and socioeconomic challenges. This analysis helped identify where we can leverage our strengths while addressing barriers impacting student success. Exalt Academy has several strong systems already supporting student achievement. One major strength is our commitment to meeting students where they are academically. Through homogeneous grouping and personalized learning, teachers can provide targeted instructions based on student readiness. Our explicit instruction model provides consistency through clear objectives, modeling, guided practices, independent practices, and feedback. And additionally, PLC collaborations allow teachers to analyze data, identify student needs, and adjust their instructions. These strengths provide a strong foundation for expanding support specifically for English language learners. Although the school has strong instructional systems, we must acknowledge challenges that impact student achievement. Many students enter school significantly below grade level and require intensive intervention before accessing grade level content. For English language learners, this challenge is increased because students are developing academic skills while simultaneously acquiring English proficiency. Additionally, additional barriers include ESL teacher shortages, the need for continued teacher development, and communication challenges with multilingual families. So recognizing these areas allow us to create intentional solutions that strengthens our systems. The SWOT analysis also identified external opportunities and threats. Opportunities include expanding bilingual family engagement, developing university partnerships, increasing tutoring opportunities, and utilizing community organizations. However, challenges such as teacher shortages, standardized testing barriers, socioeconomic factors, and potential misidentification of English language learners require careful planning. And as leaders, we may not control every challenge, but we can build systems and partnerships that reduce barriers and increase opportunities for students. This strategic plan directly supports Exalt's Academy vision of preparing students for college, careers, and leadership. The purpose is not to lower expectations for English language learners, but to provide the necessary supports that allow them to reach those expectations. So, through strong instruction, targeted intervention, family partnerships, and community resources, this plan ensures multilingual learners have equitable access to success. Now, after reviewing student data, classroom performance, and PLC discussions, the greatest area of need identified was improving academic achievement for our English language learners. Although Exalt Academy has those strong instructional practices, many multilingual learners continue to experience achievement gaps in reading and mathematics. The data suggests that some students understand academic concepts, but they struggle demonstrating mastery because of the language barriers. Therefore, this plan focuses on strengthening instructional supports, teaching teacher capacity, and partnership to address these challenges. Now, a major component of this strategic plan is recognizing that schools cannot meet every student need alone. Sustainable improvement requires collaboration between schools, families, and community organizations. Several partnerships were identified to support English language learners here at Exalt Academy. First, the Arkansas Department of Education will provide guidance, professional development, and instructional resources to strengthen English learner services. The University of Arkansas at Little Rock can support teacher recruitment, education interns, and bilingual tutoring opportunities. Arkansas PBS and the Central Arkansas Library System can provide literacy resources, tutoring, and family learning opportunities. The Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas will help strengthen communication with multilingual families through translation services and outreach. And last, the Arkansas Food Bank will help address basic needs that can impact student attendance, focus, and academic achievement. Now, together, these partnerships create a strong support system that extends far beyond the classroom. Identifying community partners is only the first step. Effective partnerships require intentional planning, implementation, and evaluation. The first action step is conducting a comprehensive needs assessment using multiple data sources, including NWEA, Atlas, WITA, attendance data, classroom observations, PLC discussions, and family feedback. The leadership team will then meet with the community organizations to establish shared goals, clarify expectations, and determine how resources can best support students. Partnership activities may include tutoring, mentoring, family workshops, literacy initiatives, professional development, and parent leadership opportunities. And lastly, these partnerships will be evaluated by reviewing student outcomes, participation rates, teacher feedback, and partner effectiveness. So the goal is to ensure that every partnership creates measurable value for students and families. Now, every strategy within this plan is grounded in educational research. Archer and Hughes' research on explicit instruction supports practices already implemented at Exalt Academy, including modeling, guided practices, and frequent feedback. I actually went to Anita Archer conference in Portland, Oregon, this last month in June, and it was very informative. John Hattie's research emphasizes the importance of teacher clarity, formative assessment, and feedback as high impact instructional practices. The Learning Policy Institute highlights that sustained professional development and instructional coaching lead to stronger teaching practices. And last, research from the U.S. Department of Education and Coloring, Colorado emphasizes the importance of family engagement, culturally responsive instruction, and language support multilingual learners. These findings reinforce that improving outcomes for English language learners requires strong instruction, teacher support, and of course, meaningful partnerships. Equity is a central focus for this strategic plan. Providing every student with the same resources does not always create equal outcomes. Students require different supports based on their individual needs and experiences. For English language learners, equity means providing language supports, targeted intervention, culturally responsive instructions, and opportunities for meaningful family involvement. This plan ensures that students receive the supports necessary to access rigorous instructions while maintaining high expectations. And as leaders, our responsibility is to identify barriers and create systems that allow every student to succeed. Successful implementation requires aligning resources with student needs. Financial resources would include Title I, Title III, state grants, and community partnerships to support interventions, instructional materials, and professional development. Material resources will include bilingual books, academic vocabulary supports, intervention materials, and resources aligned to English language learner instruction. Technology will support that personalized learning through tools such as NWEA, IXL, adaptive learning programs, translation tools, and digital communication platforms. However, the most important resource is the people. Teachers, administrators, instructional coaches, families, and community partners, they must work together to create a meaningful improvement. A successful plan must be sustainable beyond the initial implementation. To accomplish this, the leadership team will regularly review funding sources, pursue grants, and strengthen partnerships with universities, nonprofit organizations, and community agencies. We will also evaluate resources based on their impact by reviewing student achievement data, teacher feedback, family participation, and the overall effectiveness. Um, the goal is not to simply acquire resources, but to ensure those resources directly improve student outcome. Strong leadership requires being intentional with investments and continuously evaluating what creates the greatest impact. Okay, now, based on this plan, the plan is also supported by several educational policies and laws designed to protect student rights and ensure equitable access. The Every Student Succeeds Act emphasizes accountability, evidence based practices, and equitable opportunities for all students. Title III provides specific supports for English language learners through professional development, instructional resources, and family engagement initiatives. The Equal Education Opportunities Act and Lau versus Nichols reinforce the responsibility of schools to remove language barriers and provide appropriate supports. IDEA also reminds us that English language learners must be accurately evaluated to ensure language development is not mistaken for a disability. These policies guide our responsibility to provide appropriate services and equitable opportunities for every single learner. Strategic goals. Now, the strategic this focus on our four major goals. The first goal is increasing English language learner achievement through personalized instruction, intervention, and data-driven decisions. The second goal is strengthening family engagement through bilingual communication and parent leadership opportunities and unities. The third goal is improving teacher effectiveness through professional development, coaching, and of course, collaboration. And the last goal, which is the fourth goal, is developing sustainable community partnerships that provide academic and family support. Now, with all of these together, these goals will create a comprehensive approach to improving student achievement and, of course, strengthening the overall school system. Now, project objectives. To ensure progress, we have this plan includes measurable objectives. Short-term goals includes increasing the number of English language learners, meeting growth targets, providing professional development for teachers, increasing family participation, and establishing community partnerships. Long-term goals includes increasing student proficiency, reducing achievement gaps, strengthening teacher retention, and creating sustainable systems of support. These objectives allow leaders to monitor progress and make adjustments based on evidence. The focus is not only improving assessment results, but creating long-term opportunities for student success. Implementation will occur through several key strategies. Teachers will continue using PLCs to analyze their data, identify the students' needs, and develop instructional responses. The professional developments will focus on explicit instruction, differentiated instructions, language supports, academic vocabulary, and culturally responsive practices. Then the interventions systems will be a way to strengthen small group instruction, tutoring, progress monitoring, and targeted academic support. And then lastly, we have family engagement that will increase through bilingual workshops, translated communication, and parent leadership opportunities. Exalt Academy will help with all of these strategies. Exalt Academy will create a coordinated approach to supporting our English language learners. So the expected outcome of this plan extend beyond academic growth. So, students should demonstrate increased achievement through stronger instruction, targeted intervention, and language supports. Teachers should develop a greater confidence and effectiveness through the coaching, the professional developments, and the collaboration. We really emphasize on collaboration and really sharing these strategies. Each one teach one. We're all a team. We all share the same students, right? And then families should become stronger partners through improved communication and increased opportunities for involvement. We want our parents to feel this this school is the school for their child. We want them to be involved in their students in their child's learning every step of the way. Whatever opportunities are available for them to participate, we want them to participate. And then ultimately, this plan is actually designed to create a more inclusive school culture where students feel supported, where they feel capable, and they're prepared for future success. We want them to feel that readiness. And evaluation is a critical component too, especially in ensuring that this plan produces meaningful results. Student progress will be monitored through what we've been using for years, which is NWEA, and then we got Atlas, which was just not too long ago implemented by the state. We have WITA data, we have classroom assessments, and one of the most crucial components, that intervention progress monitoring. Teacher implementation will be evaluated through classroom observations, coaching cycles, PLC participation, and professional development feedback. And then we have family engagement and community partnerships will also be measured through participation data and feedback. So the whole purpose of this evaluation is not simply accountability. It allows leaders to reflect, adjust their strategies, and continuously improve systems that support students. And, in conclusion, improving outcomes for English language learners require a comprehensive approach that combines effective instruction, strong leadership, family engagement, and that community collaboration. This strategic plan demonstrates that students' success is a shared responsibility. As I stated before, we want to take ownership of all students. We don't want teachers thinking just the students that they teach are their students. We are responsible for all students. Even, for an example, kindergarten teachers are responsible for the 8th grade students as well. We all play a hand in setting our students up for success as a whole, not just the students you directly teach. And as a vice principal, I believe leadership is about creating the conditions where students and teachers can thrive. It requires using that data to guide our decision, supporting teachers through continuous growth, building relationships with families, and, getting out in the community, creating those partnerships that expand opportunities for students, teachers, and parents. And by strengthening instructional practices and removing all of those barriers, Exalt Academy can continue preparing every student for college or a trade or whatever the career that they desire. Just a lifelong leadership, just lifelong lessons that can translate from school into the real world. And that's the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. I appreciate the opportunity to share my strategic plan on how to improve academic learning for our English language learners. Thank you.